Hey awesome artists, today for art you are going to be creating Laurel Burch inspired cats. So what you will need for this project, you will need paper of any kind. I'm just using just plain white copy paper. You will need a black marker. If you have a Sharpie, that's fine. I'll be using that. Also a pencil if you would like to start with pencil, and something to color with. I'm actually using a combination of markers, colored pencils, and crayons. So you guys can use whatever you would like to color with. So we're creating these amazing Laurel Burch cat pictures, and Laurel Burch was an American female artist. She was a folk art painter, designer, jewelry maker, and businesswoman. And she's really inspirational. She began her career as an artist in the 1960s, and when she created handmade jewelry, paintings, and printed images, she started selling them and becoming a businesswoman. And she's widely recognized for her color paintings of animals, mermaids, and flowers, but my favorite works of art are these fantastic felines. These abstract cats are fully decorated with patterns made with wonderful lines, shapes, and colors. So let's draw our own fantastic feline inspired by Laurel Burch. Today, our elements of art we're going to be focusing on: line, y'all know the lines, color, she loves her color, and shape. We're also going to be focusing on pattern, and pattern is when something repeats over and over again. Okay, and our word of the day is perseverance, and perseverance means when you do something even if it's really challenging. And for Laurel Burch, she was born with a bone disease called osteoporosis, where her bones are very, very fragile and she could easily break them. So despite, all the broken bones and injuries that she had to deal with, she still continued to create her art. So our word of the day today is perseverance, because we're gonna persevere and we're gonna do a great job on our project today, and we're gonna try our very best. So on my slides, you also should have seen a picture that looks like this. It's just like an image that shows you step by step on how to create this cat. And obviously you can add other things to it. You see that I added some flowers. So I'll show you guys how to do that also. So first thing I'm going to do is get my Sharpie ready. Again, you guys can start with pencil if you would like. And we are going to fold our paper into 4 different squares, into quadrants. So we're going to start by folding our piece of paper. Any kind of paper will do. Line up our edges, fold it in half, and then fold it again. So one piece of paper, now you have 4 squares, and my paper is portrait way, not landscape way. Okay, you can see in the example also it's portrait way. And we're going to start by adding our head on the upper left hand square. Now if I go too fast, guys, you can always rewind and you can pause to kind of replay what I'm doing if I'm going too quickly for you. Okay, so I'm using marker. You guys again can start with your pencil if that's easier, and you can always trace over with marker later on. Alright, so I'm going to start by making a W on the top square, top left square. So I'm going to go down, and I actually making the head a lot bigger than the day before. I'm actually going to put some paper underneath my paper so I don't go through to my table. That might not be good. Alright, so now that I have my head, I'm going to move on to the face. I'm going to do my nose area first. I'm going to start with a rectangle right in the middle, and from there we're going to do our eyes. We're going to do lemon shaped eyes. Now you guys, I've done these before with you if I've had you in art. So what you should do is do a rainbow line coming from this top part of the rectangle, and then I'm going to do a smile line that connects. So start at the top of the rectangle, rainbow line, smile line. It might take you guys a couple of times to get used to that. If you can practice first, that would be much better. All right, now I'm going to do my ears. So I'm going to do upside down V, and I'm going to connect with a curved line for the top of the head. I'm going to draw the details of the face now. So I'm going to draw a line in the middle. I'm going to draw the little mouth, a U. I'm going to add some whiskers. I'm going to do 3. You can add as many as you'd like. just curved or straight lines. Now I'm going to add the inside of the eye, so I'm going to do curved lines, or you can do a circle, and then a little circle for the pupil. Curve, curve, circle. And then I'm going to add little upside down V's for the ears. This is just the details of the face. And even if you want to add like, you know, a curved line under the eye for some extra detail. Okay, so there's my cat face. Now I'm going to draw the body. So I'm going to start next to the eye, and I'm going to draw a big J line all the way around. This is his back. And if you guys want to, again, do it with pencil, draw super, super light that you can barely see it until you get it correct. Okay, you don't want to draw it really hard and then you have to erase it and you can still see it. I'm using a marker, so hopefully I get this right. Or you can just draw an imaginary line with your finger just to get the idea of where you're going to put your line. Okay, so I'm going to do my J line, starting at the eye, curving all the way down to about where this fold is, right in the middle. Okay, you can see on your paper exactly where it is. And now I'm going to draw the little legs and feet. So I'm going to start by the whiskers right here, and I'm going to draw a straight line down till it's about level there. And I'm going to draw a W to separate my little legs. Okay, and now that I have the body, I'm going to move on to the tail. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do a curved line going up, just like that. And then I'm going to kind of loop it around and draw the rest of the tail coming from his bottom. So I'm going to curve it, kind of like he's sitting on it. Okay. And when I'm finished with the rest of his body, I can now decorate it. So you want to think about the details maybe in his feet. You can add some lines if you'd like. Laurel Burch focused a lot on repeated shapes and lines to create patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly add some details for that. So whatever you do on one side, you want to make sure you do on the other. Okay, and make sure you go behind the tail, because the tail is in the foreground. That's closest to us. The body's in the background. So maybe I'll start actually doing the tail first. I can add some stripes. Maybe I'll add some wavy lines. And maybe some more stripes. And wavy lines. And stripes. And wavy lines. Let's see how I'm adding a pattern. Maybe some more stripes just to end it. Okay, so there's my tail. Now I can go ahead and start the body. I'm going to add a wavy line going behind the tail. Maybe I'll add some hearts. You guys can think of other shapes that you guys can add to yours. Even shapes that you may just want to, if you want to make up your own shapes, you can do that. Or you can do maybe some emojis or something. Maybe I will do some zigzags. And you guys know all your different types of lines, okay? And I will have some pattern examples for you also on the slide if you'd like to look at those. All right, let's see, what else can I do? Maybe I'll do some more of those swirls. I really like the snail shells. I think they look so cool. In Laurel Burch, she added a lot of funky shapes and colors and things, so the crazier the better, I say. That's something she would probably like. And then some more hearts. I'm just going behind the tail, so I know that it continues. So I'm going to continue the pattern even behind the tail. So I'm going to go up here. Okay, so I have my swirls next. I just kind of started in the middle. You guys can start wherever you want. And then I have my zigzag. Maybe I'll add one more heart right here. Okay, so I have my pattern. I can add some details to the face. On this one, I added a heart and some little designs under the eyes. You can add eyelashes if you want to. I'm just going to add some circles right here above the eyes. She did a lot of circles around eyes, I've noticed. Maybe I want to add some stripes to the nose. Maybe I want to add some more circles right here. So the choice is yours, guys, however much detail you want to add to your cat. A row right there. That looks pretty cool. I like it. Maybe I'll add a little, maybe I'll do a diamond shape right here instead of a heart. I did a heart last time. You can add details on the face. down below if you'd like. So the next part is coloring, and for the coloring part, I did a combination. I did like a mixed media. Mixed media is when you add more than one type of art supply to your project. So for example, mixed media could be painting and drawing and collage all together. So for me, I used markers for the flowers, and I liked using the crayons and colored pencils for the body because I could blend them. See how it kind of fades from one color to the next? I would say keep your colors simple. Maybe just stick to like a handful of colors just to make it a little bit easier for you so it doesn't look too, too sloppy and too messy. But that's up to you guys. So for the last part, I just added some flowers because I thought this space kind of looks kind of boring. So I wanted to add some flair, and she's very famous for her flowers also. She made a lot of cool, pretty designs on her flowers. So I always start with a swirl in the middle as the middle of the flower because she did that, so it kind of inspired me. And you can add, some lemon shaped petals like this. I'm literally just making it up. You can add, some bunny hops. She added a lot of lines to her flowers. Maybe you want to add some lines there. Okay, there's one flower. I can add lots of color like I did here with my markers. Maybe I'll do another one right here. Add a circle around it, add some lines. So I'm just thinking about all the elements of art, especially with line and shape, because that's what she focused on. That's literally all, that's all drawing is just lines and shapes, guys. And we know that because we talk about it all the time in art, and we always focus on that when we're drawing. It's just a bunch of lines and shapes. That's all it is. And I'm going to do one more little flower right here. Maybe I'll do another swirl. Maybe I can add some zigzags, little points. Another circle. So guys, I'm just literally making it up. Strips. Okay. And for the leaves, it's just 2 curved lines and a straight line through the middle. And then I just do some like little V's for the veins of the leaf. Okay, and you can add a couple of those, however many you want. I added another flower down here. You can do that if you want to add like another small flower. So you guys can decorate the background however you want, but this is just, this is just what I chose to do. So go ahead and add as much detail as you would like. Okay, so that is our finished product. When you're finished doing that, make sure if you did it with pencil, you want to trace it with a black marker so that it pops, because she used a lot of black next to color because the black makes the color really stand out. So make sure you guys check out the other resources that I shared in the slide. There's some great information about Laurel Burch and also some great examples of her work to look at. If you have any questions, message me on Class Dojo, and don't forget when you finish to take a picture and send it to me on Class Dojo. Okay, very, very, very important. And save these for when we return to school. All right, I can't wait to see you guys. Have fun.